Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial, and it's going to be an update to a video I did yesterday. I actually had created a mountain bike disc, 160 millimeter mountain bike disc, and a subscriber had pointed out that he didn't like the video because I made a mistake early on in the video at somewhere around the 5-minute mark. I actually realized what I had done. I didn't have the snap to guides on, and when I put my initial circles out there, two of them were slightly offset. It wasn't enough for me to notice initially, but toward the end of the video, around the 14-point mark, I did realize the mistake that I had made. I got rid of two of the circles and I redrew them, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new one because I don't want to put videos out there that are giving you guys faulty or bad information. I want to make sure that everything I put out is good and you guys enjoy it. So we're going to go ahead and go new design. I'm going to come over here to File and go down to Design Spark Options and make sure that we're on units. And we're on millimeters, that's good. Now we're going to go to Plan View. Okay, so this is going to be a 160 millimeter disc. So I'm going to go ahead and type the first one, but want to make sure that I have snap to grid on. So what that's going to do is that's going to prevent that mistake that I did earlier. So we'll go ahead and go 160, Control minus. We're going to bring in kind of a sample to use as a guide. We'll go ahead and click and drag that in. Let's put that kind of in the center. Now we're going to go, let's get rid of that one. We don't need two of them. Okay, get this. Click, delete. Okay, now we're going to click this one. Go ahead and click on the corner there and just hold down the shift key. Scale it up. Control minus. Oh, actually undo that. Let's put that in the center. Control minus. Scale down a little bit. Hold down your shift key. And then scale down a little bit more. Okay, that's going to be good. Okay, so let's go Control plus. No, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and get the circle. Make sure your snap is on. Then you're going to go, is it 48? 48, that's going to be where our circles go. Let's double check that measurement. Okay, it's 48, so that's right. Let's go back to Design Spark. So this is where our initial circles are going to be. Now we'll go ahead and get the circle tool, and we're going to go ahead and put one out there. It's going to be 60. Then we're going to go put one out there. That's going to be 125, or actually let's make that 126. So we'll go center there, let's go up here, 126, and then we're going to go 126. Need to make that a little bit thinner. Let's pull this in a little bit more. Let's go 128. Okay, all right, that's good right there. Okay, this is the base of our disc brake. It's Control plus. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put this circle in here. So we'll go ahead and get that circle. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and create a line here from midpoint to midpoint. Okay, now we're going to go select that. We're going to rotate it. So go to pull. About 20 degrees. Okay, that's where we're going to put our first circle. It's going to be 5 millimeters. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of this line here. Let's go ahead and get that. Create another circle, and that's going to be this outer one right here, which is going to be 12. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and select both of these. we're going to go to move. We're going to come over here and check create pattern. We're going to drag down to the center. This time there's only one center, unlike the last time. Now we're going to drag these around so there's 6 of them. Select the click off. Let's make sure that this is all correct, and it is. Okay, now we're going to go get our trim away tool. We're going to start trimming away these pieces here. Oops, undo. Okay, you want it to be like this right here. So go ahead and just get the rest of these. Okay, this is going to be pretty much the start of our disc brake, but we're getting there. Now that everything's lined up correctly, it is important to put on your snaps. I mean, there are times when you're going to have to take off the snaps to draw, but if you're drawing just basic circles, it's always handy to have on your snap to grid, because that way you know nothing's going to get misaligned. And it isn't hard to misalign something. You notice on the last video I did, the 2 circles were misaligned so slightly that it was really hard to notice that things weren't centered until I started rotating this shape right here around, and I noticed that it wasn't connecting. And then right away when I saw that, I said, uh-oh, something's not right. So then you got to break it down, do some investigating, and figure out where you went wrong. But the most important thing is just to try to do it right the first time, and then you won't have those issues. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put a line in here. I want to actually start that circle, right there, instead of, kind of how it is. Let's go Control Plus. Pan down. Let's go ahead and get your circle tool. Let's put a 5mm circle in there. Let's go ahead and looks like there's a little bit of a circle here, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. We'll go 12. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this line here. Now we're going to go ahead and get our tangent arc, and we'll go from here down to here. Okay, and then we're going to do the tangent arc again, and then we're going to go from here. Actually, undo that. Let's go from here over to here like this. Okay, that's good. All right, don't have to follow theirs exactly, so we're just going to offset this 4mm over, offset this one. Oh, actually, let's change that. I want it to be close to that line there, so let's undo that. Let's go ahead and create the tangent arc. Let's do the same thing over here on this side. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to offset it. Okay, we're going to go offset 3.5 is from there to there, so we're going to offset this one 3.5. Okay, that's good. All right, this looks good here. Now we'll go ahead and get our trim away tool, and we're going to I'm going to have to come up a little bit more with this right to here, because this is where the circles are going to go. Alright, let's Control minus. I'm going to add one more circle in there. Get the circle tool. We're going to come up to here. We're going to type in 135. Okay. Now we're going to Control plus. We're going to grab our trim away tool. Let's get these. Get rid of those. Get rid of these little pieces here. Get rid of that middle piece. Undo, undo. There's two little pieces right there. So we're gonna have to zoom in to get those. Let's pan over, get the trim away. Let's grab that piece there and then the little piece right there. All right, now we're gonna Control plus. I'm gonna add in some geometry right now so we don't have to worry about doing it after we rotate this. So we're gonna add a 3mm fillet right there. And a 3mm fillet there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get our trim away this. All right, now let's go. Let's do another fillet down here before we round this thing. Let's do 2.5. 2.5. Let's do 6 there. 6 there. Okay. Now one more fillet before we change any of this. Let's go here. 2.5. 2.5. Okay. So I might bring this line up a little bit more. Actually, we can get rid of that. We're just going to use, don't need that. This is going to be where our disc brakes go. So, okay, let's Control minus. Let's go ahead and select what we just drew. Looks like I got everything. Okay, you're going to go ahead and move. You're going to create pattern. Make sure that's checked. You're going to drag this over to the center there. And you're going to wrap this around so you have 6. Then you're going to select the click off, Control minus. Let's Control plus, Control plus. Let's pan up to make sure this is all good. Everything is touching. Looks like how it's supposed to be. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and get your trim away tool. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these lines here. This one here, this one here. Okay, let's get trim away. Get these. Uh-oh, undo. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of these right here. Get rid of that. Oops, I keep clicking on the wrong one. Let's get rid of that there, that there. Let's pan up. Get our delete. Okay, this actually doesn't look too bad. And although I have created a lot of models over the years, I definitely don't claim to be a professional. I'm just doing my best to try to throw videos out there so you guys can learn, especially people that are beginners, so you guys can learn how to make your own models. I do make mistakes from time to time, but I'm grateful that I'm able to catch them, or at least they're pointed out to me, and then I can remedy this situation. Okay, so now here what we're going to do is we're going to go put our circles in here for the vents. Or actually, you know what? I could create this vent right here. Although it's going to look strange without this shape on the outside here. Let's just go and do circles. That's going to be fine. Alright, let's go do a 4mm vent hole. And then we're going to grab another one. Let's do this. Let's undo. Let's go ahead and right mouse click on this, set as mirror, so whatever we draw on the left is going to show up on the right, vice versa. 4mm. Let's come down to here and draw 4mm. So basically this is going to be our vent pattern. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. let's zoom in a little bit so we can see how this event looks. Okay, I think I'm going to move this down a little bit. Looks like it's not quite centered. Okay. That doesn't look too bad. And then this, and then we'll actually sweep these around. So, okay, so let's control minus. Let's go ahead and select these. Let's go to, uh-oh, what happened? Okay, move. We're going to go to create pattern. We're going to control minus. We're going to drag these down to the middle. Right there, and then we're going to make these go around, and then for count, we're going to put 20. 20, does 20 seem okay? Or does that seem like too many? Undo, let's go, let's try 15 for the count. Yeah, let's go 15. And then we'll go select the click off. Okay, now we're going to get rid of this. Don't need it anymore. Now let's pan up. Okay, this is going to be our disc brake. Looks like everything is good here. I don't see any issues like the last one had, but you never know. Control minus. Let's go ahead and spin this. Pull. Let's go ahead and let's get rid of these. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. Don't need those. Okay, delete. Now I'm going to do a quick little Google, see how thick a mountain bike disc is. I believe that it's around 2 millimeters. Might be 3. We're just going to go with 3 millimeters. You can always change this if you need to. So go ahead and pull. Then we're going to go ahead and pull from both sides. And then I'm just going to type in 3. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and spin. This looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So Control plus. Now we're going to go ahead and we can go ahead and get rid of these. Don't need any of these little circles that are left inside. So just hold down the shift key. Take your time. You can go ahead and drag marquee too. Marquee will get rid of probably some of the inside ones like this. Alright. Just delete. This will be a little bit easier. Uh-oh. You want to be careful though. Don't delete your yeah, don't delete that stuff. So if you have any issues, just go back to doing it manually. See, that you don't want to do. Okay. Oh, looks like you had one up here too. Let's undo that a couple of times. All right, I'm going to go back to deleting manually because I don't want to delete the actual circle, just the one inside. Don't worry, there are ways to speed things up in Design Spark Mechanical, but you can also work at your pace, so you don't have to do things super fast all the time. Just whatever works for you. Okay, let's Control plus. I'll zoom in. Let's go ahead and, oh, didn't want to spin that. Undo. Wanted to actually pan down. Okay, now I'll go ahead and get rid of these little circles here. Hold down the your control key and then just get multiple selections. It's probably the easiest way to get rid of all of them. Delete. And then go ahead and get rid of these. Let's pan up a little bit so we can see these last few. Select. Delete. Let's go for the pan. A few more circles and then we'll add some detail and we'll be done with this. Pan up a little bit. I think I missed a few. Go to select. Missed this one here. Okay. All right, now we're done. So now we're going to go ahead and go to top view. We're going to see where we might want to add some detail. All right, I'm going to add some detail here. So we'll go Control plus. I'm going to add a fillet here. Let's go to 1. Let's add a 1 inch, 1 fillet. Okay. Spin this around so you get all of them. 1. Put a 1 inch fillet, 1 millimeter fillet in all these little corners right here. Let's go ahead and spin that. Let's go to pull. So 1. Take your time on this. Make sure you get all the corners. Go ahead and spin that. You're almost done here. Just a couple more. Let's go to pull. Okay, I think I'm finished with the inside there. Let's go look. Okay, Control minus. Then what I might do is probably add some fillets to these. .5. Okay, you're going to add 0.5 to these. Triple click to get everything. Type in 0.5. Do the same on this side. Same right here. And then the same right here. Okay, now let's go ahead and get these. Hold down Control key. Click till everything is selected. Type in 0.5. Okay. Now I want to put a 0.5 around the top there. 0.5. Okay, now I want to get these. Go to pull. 0.5. Okay, this looks good. Now going to spin it around. Do the same on the back side here. Go to pull. Click till everything is selected. Hold down your control key, get multiple. Since we're doing all of these the same 0.5, all we really need to do is just click till everything is selected. Make sure everything gets selected and you're not missing anything. And then this one here. Okay, missing that. Okay, go to pull, type in 0.5. Okay, now let's go to pull and get all these. Type in 0.5. Okay, let's get rid of that one there, you don't need it. Spin. I think you need to put a fillet in these. I don't think it took 0.5. Okay. Go ahead and spin this around. Go to pull. Grab that one. Type in 0.5. Okay, now I'm not going to add any fillets to the cooling holes, vents. I think I'm just going to leave those as is. But I will put some fillets on these circles here for the bolts. And we'll do the same as everything else, 0.5. So we'll go ahead and hold down control key to get all these. Go to pull, 0.5. Okay, that's going to be good for the bolts. Spin this around to the back side. Do an 0.5 on these and then you're done. I think these have a circle in them that needs to get. All right, so let's go to pull. Hold down control key. Get all these. Go 0.5. Okay, that's going to end our disc brake tutorial. Actually, this was a disc brake tutorial rebuild. Actually, what I need to do is these didn't get changed, so I'm going to go zoom in on these. Let's pan this over. Don't think these got filled, so doesn't look like it's going to let me do it now. Nope. Spin it. Let's go to pull. Let's see how much of this didn't get fixed. All right, looks like these two got done, those two got done, those two got done. It's just these two right here. I really want those to be fixed, so let's change those to 0.5. Let's go to zoom in, see if we can fix this fillet here. Not sure we're going to be able to, but we're going to try. Okay, we're going to go pull. Let's go see if I can get rid of that. Delete. No, it's not going to go. Okay, so what I would have to do is go back to where I had put the fillets in on these. I forgot. It looks like I forgot that corner there, and these right here. So I can go ahead and undo. I'd have to undo a lot. So let's I just don't think it's going to go if I don't undo it, but I'm going to keep it like it is right now. Didn't want to actually make a mistake on this one, but it looks like yeah, I wanted these to be the same as everything else, but I guess I just forgot it, you know? It happens. Don't really want to go back that many times. Let's see what I can do as far as going back. I mean, I might be able to go back that far. Let's see. Okay, it looks like he went back far enough, so let's fix this right if we can. All right, let's control plus, have to back out a few times. Get back to where we were before we added the fillets. Okay, let's go spin this. All right, let's try here. Looks like it's not even going to go now with this, with the chamfer taken off. There we go. I think I did 2 millimeters before. 2? Let's pan over and see. Spin this around. Let's go to pull. To okay, let's see if this is. Yeah, it looks like it might have been 3. It might be 3, so I'm gonna undo these 2. I want them to be right. 3? No, not 3. 2.5. Okay. Spin, just pull. Yep, 2.5 it is. Okay, now let's just go around until we get all these. Luckily we cut it early. 2.5. Let's go to pull. 2.5. Toe minus, let's spin. Okay, that's 2.5. It's 2.5. Looks like you got everything except these. So let's do the same on these. I'll make sure that's good too. No, it's more than 2.5. Undo. Let's try 4. Let's see if 4 is going to be right. Okay, looks like 4 millimeters is the magic number. 4. Spin that around. 4. Okay, let's control minus. Let's go back to the top view. Make sure this is correct. Okay, let's check all of these. Okay, looks like you got them all. Okay, now you're going to have to go do the 1.5 pull on everything. Hold down Control key. Go around all of these. Okay, go to pull, type 1.5. Oh no. 1.5, type 0.15. That's too small too. What did I have before? Okay, let's just manually do this and see. Maybe 0.1. Okay, we're going to do 0.5. I think that's what it was the last time. Okay. Now let's get all this. Pull. 0.5. Get all these circles here. Hold down Control key. I know this video is probably being a little bit longer than it should be, but I want to make sure this is done correctly. 0.5. Okay, let's spin this around to the back. Let's do the same there. Let's grab these. Triple click till everything is selected. Oops. Dang it. Gotta start over. Try not to rush too much, because if you rush, then you do what I just did and you'll have to start over. Okay, make sure everything's selected. Go to pull, type 0.5. Okay. Now you're going to get this inner ring here. Go to pull, type 0.5. Okay. I'm just going to do these circles here and then we'll be done. I'm not going to do the cooling vents. Those can just stay without a fillet. Go to pull, 0.5. Okay, that's going to be it. Let's go to top, make sure everything's okay. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial. This is actually a redo of the 160 millimeter mountain bike disc brake that I had created a couple days ago. This is the new one with corrections. I made a little bit different pattern this time, and I actually put less cooling vents. But this one is correct. I went ahead and created the circles with the snap to grid on, so there was no misalignment issues. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got something useful out of this video, and thanks again for watching.